What's up, guys? We are talking about our 5 most hated games of all time. And we'll go one by one here. Do you want to start us off there, broski?
I will.
Please do.
My whole list is fairly recent. I don't have anything too old that I hated that I can remember well enough to hate.
Mine's all old shit and then one new thing.
Nice little stark contrast here. And some of them aren't even really necessarily bad games. I just hated them personally.
Oh, God.
So my first one is Battlefield 1. I did not like Battlefield 1.
Really?
I did not at all.
Huh.
I could not find any guns that I liked in the game. I'm over the whole World War I, World War II, like all. I want modern shit. I like modern shit. And Battlefield 1 just did not do it for me. And we bought it. We played quite a bit of it just because there wasn't really anything else multiplayer out at the time. But
what about Battlefield 2?
Battlefield 5.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to mess you up on that.
Yeah, that one is okay. I liked it better than I did Battlefield 1. But
Why?
Why
did you like that better than Battlefield 1?
I don't know.
Is it just because it's so primitive? Battlefield 1?
I think so.
Yeah.
The big thing for me is like I could not find a gun that I liked at all. None of them.
They all shot terribly.
They all shot terribly, which is I guess accurate for the time that it was supposed to be, right? But it was, I don't know. It just didn't play well for me. It didn't feel right. I didn't like how it played, and I understand what they were trying to do, and I think they accomplished what they were trying to do. But I apparently was not the target audience for that.
Right. Yeah.
So, but Battlefield 5 I liked a little bit better. I mean, it had its own share of issues, but it wasn't the actual gunplay in it. I actually could find guns that I liked and did okay with.
Huh.
But, yeah.
Cool. My number 5, and this is something that's been this is like the only one on here that's kind of a popular opinion, I guess, would be Eminem's kart racing. Holy shit.
Not Eminem like Slim Shady either.
No, not that Slim Shady. The M&Ms like the candies. This is a fucking terrible game. Like just bona fide.
I never played
game,
it,
dude.
I don't remember playing it.
This is so bad. I think my mom went out to a garage sale one day and picked this shit up and brought this home. And Mom, if you're listening to this, because I know you listen to some of the episodes, thank you so fucking much for giving me this in my life. No, she meant well. It was I think she probably picked it up for like $2 or something like that. Yeah. The controls in this game, my God. Like you try to like when you use this is on Wii first of all, but like when in some Wii games the motion control would just be fucking absurd, where you'd go left and it would be like if you were like turning it upside, flipping it around and shit like that. That's what this game was. Basically, you'd have like, and there's some tracks where they made it where like from what I remember the turns like were wide enough. Like there were wide enough turns. There weren't sharp turns. There were some that were sharp, but the wide ones you'd be going. You'd be like, all right, I'm good. And all of a sudden it would just fucking like careen left. And you'd be like, holy shit, what's going on here? But that was terrible. The characters are awful. I mean, they're candies, and they're not just there's fucking circles. Yeah. Do you want to be the blue circle? Do you want to be the yellow oblong one that gives fucking kids with peanut allergies near-death experiences, or do you want to be the one that's, or do you want to be the orange one that nobody fucking knows?
Oh man!
So you chose a couple characters. There's a green too, which is like the sexualized Eminem.
Yeah.
You know the one that wears high heel white boots. And
really
long
does
legs.
It for me, man.
Yeah. It's really really a turn on. So you got all those 3 M&Ms or the 5 M&Ms into it. The tracks layouts are just terrible. It was just one of those things. Even as a fucking kid, you could tell it was a money grab.
Oh yeah.
You're like, M&M's. I like M&M's. I like racing.
This is shit.
And then you're like, wow, this is awful. This is corporate America has done it again. They've destroyed this video game.
Video game.
Anyways, that's my number 5.
My number 4 is Disgaea 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I totally fucking forgot.
I have said this many times on this on this podcast. I am a sucker for turn-based strategy games. So when the Switch came out, or when I got my Switch, things were pretty dull there for a while.
Might I add, it's Disgaea 5 complete.
Yes.
It's the title.
No, well, the complete came later, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Switch was going through a drought about shortly after I picked up the Switch, so I saw this. I'm thinking turn-based strategy. It can't be too bad. I didn't do a ton of research on it. It was just one of those kind of on a whim pickups. I hated it. the which is why it made my list, right?
Fact.
The gameplay was fine, but the characters are fucking terrible. They are the tropiest, most like stereotypical, like awful Japanese characters that you could possibly think of. They have these penguins that say dude every other word, like DOOD, and it was to the point of being obnoxious. And there's a lot of content there, and there's a lot of things to do. And don't get me wrong, I understand why some people may like it, but I fucking hated it. I had it for maybe 2 weeks, and I ended up trading it. And I kept trying to go back.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kept trying to go back to it and play it a little more. I'm like, maybe these penguins are just part of the intro thing. It's just kind of a weird gimmick type of thing, you know. No, they're everywhere, constantly. Dude! Shut the fuck up. I hated it so much. Oh my god. Yeah, you're looking at it now, and
Well, I remember it. It's just...
Yeah. It's,
You know what? Some of the game looks good.
The game... Okay, so yeah, that's the thing, like... For the most part, a lot of it looks really good, and the gameplay of it is fantastic. But I could not get past those stupid fucking penguins.
This has gone beyond... This is a piece of text from the game. This has gone beyond a sweatshop. We just witnessed the rise of a sweat conglomerate.
Yeah. It's, yeah. It's very, like I said, it's insanely tropey. And
what are those things called?
I don't...
Prinny, that's it.
Prinnies, yeah.
Best Prinny quotes.
Oh, God.
Let's see here. Best Prinny quotes.
It's very rare that just the voices in a game will take me out of a game entirely, and it did. It just what the
It would seem that there's a photo of Kingdom Hearts 3 here, and Donald Duck is holding what appears to be a...
That looks like a gun.
It's a pistol.
It's a pistol
what
of
kind
some
is
sort.
it?
I don't know if it's a real gun.
It's a real. It's
well,
it's
I think it's
Photoshop.
supposed to be stylized like a real
The
gun.
duck isn't real. The gun is.
Yeah, good call.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so Disgaea, not a series I'm interested in.
Yeah, don't blame me. All right, my number 4 is a long-time tradition on this podcast, me shitting on Sonic, and it continues. Sonic Riders for the GameCube.
I didn't even
Is this on your list or
no,
no?
I didn't even think of it.
So obviously, you know, you get into GameCube land here, and this is, you know, Sega's done with consoles, right? They're like, hey, fuck it, we're done. We've lost.
What are you talking about? They were so successful.
The Dreamcast previous.
So bad.
So they decide we're just going software. We can't fuck that up. No,
you can.
Let's take Sonic. Let's take snowboarding, and then mix it with hemorrhoids. And I give you Sonic Riders. Sonic Riders is an abysmal video game that deserves nothing than to be in the bottom of a dumpster. This fucking game, dude, was during... I think it's even worse because it was during the peak of, like, the Tony Hawk series.
Yeah.
The fucking, not Steep, but, oh my god, SX, whatever.
SSX, Tricky.
Yeah, Tricky, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You had some solid other third-party skateboarding games. You had some BMX. Any extreme sport game you wanted was pretty much GameCube, PS2 era, and Xbox era.
Dave Mirra.
And then you had what you had was just ass blisters of a video game that was just sequestered within this incredible market of games. And it was with this IP that really, I mean, the Dreamcast had a great Sonic game on it.
Yeah.
And then they decide, let's just throw them on a fucking board, bro. The turning was terrible. The tracks were awful. The voice acting. Oh my God. Again, as a child, I knew this was a fucking terrible game.
I think I have a hard time picturing any of those games that I played as a kid as bad games because those were the games I had, so I made the most out of them. I didn't get new games very often, but I do remember that one being hot, steamy fucking garbage.
Oh my God, dude. It was like you take Extreme G Racing, you take F-Zero, and you try to put in a little bit of Mario Kart into it, and it was just... God, it was a problem.
The worst parts of all of them.
It was,
at that too. It wasn't the good parts of all of those series.
It was one line of code away from being malware.
Ugh.
This thing was awful. The art looked awesome, and that's it.
Yeah.
Here's the fucking problem with the GameCube and Sonic games. The art always looks sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Sonic Riders Velocity. Oh, someone made a fan-made concept. Thank God it's not real.
Ooh, dodged a bullet there.
Oh. Anyway, Sonic Riders, my number 4. Horrible. Good God. I mean, play it if you'd like to just... If your life is real shit, play this game. You'll feel a lot better. What the fuck is that?
Oh, boy. We went too far into the internet. Oh, God.
Oh, I'm in the Sonic
hentai. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Backspace. Go ahead, buddy.
My number 3 is yet again another fairly modern game. I hate Halo 5 with a passion.
This is like an AA. I hate... God damn
my
it,
name's... My name's Brody, and I hate Halo 5 so much. So basically take a legendary series at this point and throw it in the fucking garbage and do whatever the hell you want with it and just use the IP and fuck up everything about it. Everything that made Halo great, just do the opposite.
Is that why you hate it so much? Because they fucked it up so hard? Or is it just because it's just overall it plays as a bad game? Or is it just it's like 30% a Halo game versus all the other ones?
That's the thing. I think that's the thing. It was not what I expected from Halo 5. It's not what I wanted from Halo 5. Right. And leading up to Halo 5, there was so much buildup. They did that podcast series with when
podcasts
the
were
dude from
cool.
Key and Peele. I can't think of his first name.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah. Is it Jordan Peele or is it the other one? Michael Key. I don't know. One of them. I can never remember which one's which. I'm not gonna lie.
When you got two names, I can't work with one, bro.
Yeah. So that's.
Oh, you fixing that?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Just drag it back into the center. No.
Oh my God!
Just center it. Brody's trying to figure out stuff right now on the computer. Okay, you're good. You're good. No, you're not. You're not good. You're not good. Okay. You stretched it. You stretched. Stop.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Would you hang on a second? Fuck.
Here's a break. Yeah, I don't like Halo 5 either. For me, I think it's the same issue as Brody has, where it's just essentially, you know what you see on the left there?
Yeah.
It'll keep its constraints. There you go, buddy. That's gonna be really weird on the video, but that's all right.
Sorry.
It definitely is just because it's not.
It's not a Halo.
It doesn't feel like a Halo.
But yeah, they did that. Sorry about that little intermission. They did that whole podcast series, and leading up to it, there was so much hype, and I always listen to the podcast series, and I didn't listen to podcasts at that time, and it was such as they created this awesome story, and then you got it, and the story they gave you was dog shit, just absolute dog shit. I mean, it is absolutely by far the most hated Halo game, but
no, for sure.
For what that series holds and what that series means to a lot of people, they just completely just drug it through the mud.
Do you think it's going to be good, the next one? You think it's going to hit it or no?
Who knows? I sure hope so.
I mean,
And
you gotta figure
honestly, I hated the multiplayer too.
Yeah.
The multiplayer was bad. The only thing that was okay about the multiplayer is that the war mode. What was that? I haven't played it in so long, I don't remember. But the mode they had that was kind of PvP, PvE all at the same time. Yeah, that was okay. It had its issues, but I mean, and then that's when they really went hard on the monetization. You know, you got the you could open all the chests and your loot crate type deals, and they did everything that all Halo fans did not want to happen to the series. So yeah, number 3.
My number 3 is Fortnite.
Woo!
Yeah. I hate the game. I've tried playing it. I've played it numerous times. Played it for a couple hours here and there, and I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like the art style, and I don't think that I'm not somebody that thinks that if you like a game, you're wrong. You know what I mean? I think everyone has a taste. I mean, here's my thing, right? If you like to eat dog shit, you like to eat dog shit, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, sure.
No,
I'll
it's
eat
not.
the cat poop.
It's not. For me personally, I don't enjoy it because of the art style. I don't enjoy, honestly, the community in a lot of ways. And I don't enjoy what was done with the game and how it exploded into this fad that became this ridiculousness of kids fucking flossing all the time at every fucking sporting event.
This was...
I can't stand it.
This was an honorable mention for me. But yeah, talking to some of the teachers at my oldest son's school,
hate it. Yeah.
They hate it because they literally have to have a break in between lessons for these kids to dance, or else they'll dance in the middle of class. It's ridiculous. And the worst part is, like, I just
fucking dance break.
I'm not even kidding. I wish I was. I really, really wish I was. It is a game that got famous by copying other games and made a ton of money, which happens all the time. That's
well, it ran by
fine.
the skin of its ass too, because it was not even supposed to be what it is. Right now.
No. Originally, it was the Fortnite Saves the World thing, where
nobody fucking plays it.
Yeah, and it's one of those games that the popularity of it has made it such a kind of toxic thing in general. Like, it's just this real cesspool of a fucking game. I don't like it. I don't like what it's done for the whole gaming community as a whole. I don't have a problem with... I think it's great kids play games. But this is too much. Way too much. The way that this has taken over and, like, ruled, like, just kids in general. It's just...
It is dying, though.
It is dying. Yeah, we saw something about that earlier this week.
It is slowly dying. I have no idea what's going to take its place.
Hopefully not another Battle Royale. I'm over it. I bet you it's going to be that Fallout 76 Battle Royale.
Oh, I take you up on that bet.
Oh,
all right,
God.
buddy. You're number 3.
My number 2.
Oh, yeah, you went first. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So, my number 2 is also another Battle Royale. PUBG, baby. I despise this game.
My God.
Every time I have played this
Honorable
game...
mention for me.
Yeah, every time I have played this game, I will play maybe 2 games and I rage quit because something fucking breaks in that game.
We have not played that game in months.
There's a reason behind it.
Months.
Craig played it the other day and I made fun of him for it.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Good for you. Bad for Craig.
Yeah, bad for Craig.
Bad for Craig.
I despise this game. On PC...
Shameless Craig plug.
Yeah, he's got to make it. On PC, I understand it runs better, but still, that is a half-baked game that made it into popularity, and people accepted it for what it was, and I think it runs like hot, steamy garbage, and especially on Xbox. I mean, on Xbox, it is terrible.
I had no problem when we bought it in early access because it had the caveat that it was in early access.
Yeah.
But then early access just fucking turned into, here's a game.
Yeah.
We
it's released now.
We changed the main menu.
Yeah.
And what I will say this, when they had that one graphics upgrade, we were like, holy shit.
Yeah, it made a difference.
I mean, it took you from basically
playing Minecraft to
playing
Terraria.
It was wild. But yeah, I totally agree with you. The shooting's awful in it.
The gunplay is janky and so laggy. Bad. Dude, the fact that it runs better on my mobile phone. Yeah. On my fucking cell phone, it runs better and than what it does on Xbox. And on PC, honestly, it does run pretty well. I have so much hatred built up to that game because I played it on Xbox for so long that I can't go back to it. I hate it. I hate it. And that's why it's number 2. Is it
still a big thing or no?
It's not as big as it was, but it still retains pretty well, actually. There's still a lot of people that play it.
Well,
surprisingly enough.
Shit. My number 2 is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on Game Boy Color.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck this game.
Yeah,
Fuck this game. Did you have it or no?
Nope, my buddy did, and I remember playing it.
Here's
and
the
it
first
was
thing.
So bad.
Everybody almost had this fucking game. Every fucking kid got this on Christmas one year.
I was never a Harry Potter person.
Neither was I. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I got.
You need to reevaluate your mom's game picking skills.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. When she came home with Wii Play one night as well.
Nice.
In tandem the next week with Wii Music.
Ooh.
Yeah. You try clicking the 1 and 2 button on a Wii remote for fucking 3 hours. Look, I'm playing the trumpet. Look, I'm playing the drums. You know, you're just fucking beating fucking Wii remotes off. Fuck. Anyways, this game was absolute shite. And the problem with it was everybody had it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember after Christmas, I was on the playground with my purple see-through Game Boy Color. It's killing it. And I'm like, hey, Johnny, which was like one of my friends growing up. Johnny, what'd you get? Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, bro. Tom, what'd you get? Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Adam, what'd you get? Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harley, what'd you get?
Dude, it sounds like you
Harry Potter
were friends with a bunch of frat boys. You all had like the most basic
Tom,
white boy
John,
names.
Jeff.
Where's Connor and Asher?
And then we go, Brad, what'd you get? I got Digimon. Fuck you, Brad. But everybody had it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody could beat this fucking thing.
No.
It was difficult. This was a difficult game, and on top of that, it was like this weird hybrid time. Well, it wasn't because no other game was doing it. I mean, you had Pokemon Gold out, which was a great game, right? And Pokemon Silver. And then you had something like this, which was taking like the old school style of like the maps that just kept on scrolling, and like it was like you took a way old video game and then you just threw Harry Potter onto it, and then you tried to do also other things on top of it. And the story was all over the place. It didn't fucking match up with the movie. You're like, what the hell's going on? And even the book, because I read the book as a kid, is all over the place. The characters looked like shit. It played like ass, and you were just bored. You were absolutely just mindlessly bored. And I just remember everybody having that game after Christmas, and you fucking knew if everyone had that game after Christmas, it might not have been that great of a game. You know, unless it was back in the day, unless it was Pokemon or Mario, it was not a good game.
Yeah.
Your parents got that at Walmart. It was in that bin on sale near Black Friday or near Christmas Day. I guess sales because of Canada doesn't have Black Friday. But yeah, man. I mean, that was a wild fucking time. I mean, that was. I remember one time in the back of my parents' Chrysler minivan. All right, the Chrysler Caravan, and it was like a silver one, just beat the shit. And this thing in the back seat, there's nothing to play. Okay, I forget all my cartridges at home. I look in the back like little like pouch. I vividly remember this. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Next to an old McDonald's French fry. Alright, in this pocket. I picked this fucking thing up. I put it in. I had to use my worm light.
Oh,
to view the screen. Couldn't see a damn thing. Because the LED was just glaring into the plastic screen. And I had to sit there for like a 2-hour trip back from a Bumps and Judges from Brampton, Ontario, all the way back to home. It was awful. Bad memories. That's why it's number 2 for me.
That sounds pretty similar to hell, I would imagine.
It was also just a time where every movie was like, let's make a video game.
Yeah.
And they were just all terrible.
Like the Lord of the Rings game, you remember that one?
Oh, yes.
On Game Boy?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Night at the Museum.
I didn't play that one.
Wow.
I can only imagine.
Honorable mention.
Holy shit,
Terrible.
that sounds awful.
It's awful, dude. You don't want to be me.
So, my number one, which all these games, I'd say I pretty much hate equally, other than Battlefield 1. I think Battlefield 1 belongs at 5, but number 4 through 1 could be kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
But number 1 for me, and mainly because it marked the death of a series, of a franchise. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That game, so for those of you that may not remember the timeline here, at the end of the 360's life cycle and the beginning of the Xbox One's life cycle, there was a little game called Call of Duty Ghosts. That game came out, everybody hated it, and everyone hoped that was a fluke. Because at this time, Call of Duty was still, I would say, still pretty close to its peak of popularity. It was shortly after, right?
Yeah.
And at that time, I still played Call of Duty. I remember I played the absolute hell out of Black Ops 2. I remember playing Modern Warfare 3. And it was still very much a pretty big thing, I would say. So Ghost came out. It was received like shit because it was shit.
It's like you were talking about a crime that was committed.
Yeah.
So,
shortly after, they reported it to the police. But everybody was hoping, hey, Advanced Warfare is coming out. Maybe they'll do something good here. No, they took the idea of changing the series, which I understand. You have to change. You have to evolve to improve.
But typically slowly.
Let's not. Instead, let's go directly, like, fucking 50 years into the future. We're going to have exoskeletons that allow you to jump and jetpack and all sorts of bullshit. We're also going to have guns. We're going to introduce some futuristic guns. These guns are also going to be only available if you purchase the DLC, and they're going to be the best fucking guns in the game. So that started a very downward trend here. But this game was the first Call of Duty there was Ghost, but this Call of Duty I actively fucking hated with everything within me. And this was, like I said, as I was starting to realize that I don't like Call of Duty anymore. And the worst part is I even bought the special edition controller. That gray controller with the gold. It was a cool controller. I still have it.
The colors of that game are really cool.
It was.
The gray and the like the highlighter yellow.
Yeah.
And the black and the darker grays. It was good.
Yeah, you can see that controller over there in my controller graveyard.
I'm going to go look at it.
Yeah. Go grab it. Bring it over. But that game really ruined. Yeah, here,
buddy.
Here, be like Vanna White here. That game ruined Call of Duty for me.
That's it.
And since then, it has not gotten any better. They followed that up with the hit Infinite Warfare, or eventually Infinite Warfare. Yeah, just bad choices, bad gameplay, bad decisions on doing microtransactions, and that has continued. That is something they saw that they could make money off of, and they have continued to do it, and has really just brought down Call of Duty as a whole to where I no longer... Yeah, that was on there. I didn't do that.
Yeah, the smiley face. Yeah.
And so now I think in a lot of gamers' minds, especially people who grew up playing Call of Duty or who were at a pretty good age, when Modern Warfare came out, the first one, and then, leading into Black Ops and things like that, when that was at its prime and they were in, prime multiplayer ages where you wanted to tell people that you fucked their mom and while you're drinking a shitload of Mountain Dew and damn near snorting Dorito dust.
Wait. Cool Rancher original.
Cool Ranch.
Yes.
But it really turned away a lot of people from the franchise as a whole, and it continues to this day. They just keep on making awful decisions And a lot of people are kind of excited about Modern Warfare, this reboot that they're doing. I'm not holding my breath on it. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
And
a lot of Mountain Dew Code Red bought in the back of the day there.
Well, yeah, and that was around Game Fuel, too. You remember Game Fuel?
Oh, my God.
Which was essentially Code Red, but in a different bottle.
In a different bottle, yeah. They got us.
They got us.
Damn you dastardly dudes.
So, yeah.
You got dude.
I think the only reason that made it to the top of my list is because it killed an entire fucking franchise.
Dark.
Just saying.
Cool. My number one, anything that went on the Kinect.
Oh.
And the Kinect itself.
That is, okay. I'd say it's a broad scope, but there was still only like 6 games that went on the
So
Kinect.
if I was going to say, come on now. So, let's just say the Kinect in general, okay? I get it. It's not, it kind of is like a console, but it's not. But it's a side attachment, but it's...
But Jeff, how are you going to play Just Dance?
My God.
Play it on the Wii? You going to play it on the Wii?
We need to buy Dance Dance, or Just Dance 2020 for the Wii.
I don't. That's a terrible idea.
No, there's a market, clearly.
A let's play of us playing.
No,
just buy it.
Whatever company owns those fucking giant giant steel like fence bins inside of Walmart where they just pull shit into.
Yeah.
That's what the market is for that.
Gotcha.
That game on Wii.
Do you think our wives would do a let's play of Just Dance?
With us?
No, just them.
I don't know. Our wives maybe. If we did it with them, they'd probably do it. I can't. I have no coordination following someone. Dancing, man, is you just got to let yourself go. That's what I do when I dance.
I have to be drunk.
I just let myself go.
I have to be
I've got to be pretty intoxicated. But
and even
you can't follow a dancing panda dancing. The whole point of dancing is just to get fierce and lose yourself in the moment.
Oh,
you want it.
I can't.
You never let it go.
So I can't. I'm trying to think of some of the games that came out for the Kinect. I know there was that Kinect Adventures.
No, there's Kinectimals.
Connectimals,
which was almost an answer to like Nintendogs, but you had a fucking baby tiger that could rip your fucking skull off, and you just kind of chatted to it. You had Kinect Adventures, yes, where you and the rest of your white family jumped on a in your living room and acted as a
I remember
a raft going over a waterfall.
I remember the raft. And
all right, everybody, walk right. Yeah, you had to jump in the position that you would normally shit yourself in. You had the Star Wars game. Let me look up just a couple here.
I don't remember the Star Wars one.
You don't?
No.
Oh,
I never used my Kinect other than shouting at it during a movie to turn down the volume. You're like, okay, Xbox. Okay, Xbox. And every time you get louder.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I knew there was a racing one. You had Kinect Joyride, where you used your avatar.
That looks like utter asshole.
It was shit. So there's no controller. You held your hands up.
Oh, I'm sure that tracked well.
Yeah, it didn't.
Because motion tracking at that time, it was just fantastic. There was a Dragon Ball game?
Yeah, there's a Dragon Ball game.
Oh, no.
Motion Sports.
Ooh, that looks bad. That looks like a game from the 90s.
It was supposed to be like Wii Sports.
Oh, my God.
But it wasn't made by Xbox. I remember the Kinect Sports as well. And that wasn't as good as Wii Sports either.
Oh,
shit. Sonic Free Rider.
We got a twofer here. Sonic Free Rider.
The sequel. The sequel was put onto Kinect. Kinect Star Wars. Here we go. There was dancing in it. What? Did you ever see that?
Is that that Emperor Palpatine?
Yeah, hold on. You never saw this?
No.
Oh, dude, this was like the most
Why was this a thing? Why was this a thing? I hate it.
It's a galactic dance-off. Look.
Oh.
He's stunned.
Stormtroopers dancing to the YMCA.
Yeah.
The best village, people.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Holy
Anyways,
shit.
yeah, so they had the Kinect Star Wars. It just brought on this shit of of just games that would like I mean that whole generation had a problem, right?
Yeah.
Where even PS3 got close to doing with the original controller, the one that looked like a boomerang sex toy, and it was that one had, and they were showing Ace Combat with it. Oh, Hulk Hogan's being the band.
Oh my god!
His face looks like a nutsack, isn't it? This looks like Thanos.
He has balls on his chin.
Yeah.
Straight up balls on his chin,
Yeah.
like Peter Griffin style.
Yeah. They also had a Disneyland Connect game, and that was awful as well. And you just kind of walked around Disneyland, talking to Mickey and the rest of his fucking pals.
I would have just picked the Star Wars dancing game as my worst,
right?
If I had known about it. That one missed my radar somehow.
The problem with it is that it really was a powerful thing when it was out, because people over the years, and even the I guess you go to Connect 2 is what they called it. Am I right on that? When they did with Xbox One
2.0?
Yeah, even Connect 2.0 or whatever. People have taken those things, and the motion, like the camera array within those at the time was incredible. I mean,
they use them for automation and shit now too.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
People use them for a lot of. I've thought about picking some up and using it at my
I have one in my mechanical room if you want it.
Why were they going to use something for it?
No, I had a day one Xbox, so it came with it.
Oh, huh? Yeah, I thought about doing something.
It's all
maybe
yours.
Down the road. Oh,
it is
great.
all yours.
Yay!
It's your lucky day.
Woo! But yeah, no, so you had this immense amount of technology, and then they, for the time, and then they just they just killed it. They didn't do anything cool with it. They just wanted to do a dumb version of what the Wii does, which the Wii, I mean, you don't even need the sensor bar,
right?
For your Wii, you can light a couple of candles,
yep,
and use that with your remote. It does the exact same fucking thing.
Those sensor bars were like $100 to replace too.
Yeah, and the only thing is it's just an IR blaster inside of it that's just lighting up a couple of nodes, right? A couple of light nodes.
The motion sensor on the Wii was so bad.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, but the thing was, and again, it's every company has this problem, is Nintendo does these things almost as like a way to, like, they already know their games are fucking good, right? Yeah. So they just try to add these things just to be different to it. And I think that Xbox and PlayStation, like, nobody uses the PlayStation Move. Those look like two vibrators. That looks like a well-known women's Hitachi dildo vibrator thing. All right, and the thing, nobody uses them, right? And why? Because they try to make dumb games with them.
Yeah.
You can't make, it sounds stupid, but Nintendo is the best at making simplistic games. Nobody can seem to make a simplistic game that is not, that you don't feel like an idiot or you don't feel like a copycat of something trying to play. Right. And that's why I hated it the most. I saw a company not utilize technology to its full extent and make people fucking dance in Star Wars. What a joke.
A shameless cash grab there.
No, it was terrible. So that's my number one. So I guess recap on my five. I had M&M's Kart Racing at number 5. I had Sonic Riders at number 4. I had Fortnite at number 3. Honestly, I should probably switch those two around, Sonic Riders and Fortnite. Then I had Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for Game Boy Color. And then I had The Kinect for number 1.
I had Battlefield 1 for number 5. My number 4 was Disgaea 5. My number 3 was Halo 5. A whole lot of 5s here.
Yeah.
My number 2 was PUBG. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, in case you weren't aware. And my number 1 was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. You got any honorable mentions for your most hated / shitty game?
No, the one I have, and that's a pretty popular one, is the Superman on N64.
Yeah.
That was awful. That was pretty fucking bad. And then also Tony Hawk's American Skateland or American Wasteland, whatever that one was.
That one was rough.
That one, you could just tell that they rushed it. And I was so looking forward to a new Tony Hawk game because they were so good, dude. Those
Underground
games,
1 and Underground 2.
solid. Oh, you know what? Another honorable mention in the lines of Tony Hawk stuff because I played a lot of skateboarding games growing up.
Yeah. That was the time we grew up in.
Awesome.
Skateboarding was huge.
Woo. The one I forget what it's called. It was just called Tony Hawk's Skate, where it had the skateboard controller. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. I don't remember what it was called.
It didn't use Kinect. It just had. I'll look it up. Well, you go over your honorable mentions. But it was terrible.
My honorable mentions. One of them. There was some decent ideas in it, but it was a shameless cash grab. Disney Infinity, which I didn't buy for myself. I bought for my
Tony Hawk Ride.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Sorry.
I bought Disney Infinity for my oldest son, and he played quite a bit of it, and so I guess it served its purpose. He got value out of it. But the shameless cash grab and having to buy all the characters to have them in game and all the different things, I hated it. And that's all based off of, Skylanders. Skylanders.
The Toys' games.
Yeah. Right. That's Activision's favorite thing right now.
Everyone was trying to do that for a long time. Well, even Ubisoft with
Starlink.
Yeah, I looked at Walmart the other day. They're like selling for like $3.
Yeah, they're dirt cheap. Another one for me was Fortnite. I kind of already covered that. That was a shit show. And other than that, I don't. The main stipulation here was that it had to have been a game that we played. So obviously we weren't gonna get something like. Do you remember that little RC Tony Hawk?
Yes.
That was awesome. So the stipulation was we had to play I go down. That
This
one.
guy. Yeah.
We had to have played the game, so there was nothing like E.T. for the Atari or anything like that. But yeah, I think for the most part, most of the games that I played growing up, I either tolerated or I just traded back in. I never really had huge hatred for a game because I went to our local game shop all the time and traded stuff in. But yeah, it was very much, I remember the Spider-Man game on N64 being a pain in the ass too. The Superman game on the N64, that one was a pain in the ass.
N64 was,
it's
pretty rough.
There's some rough games in that. But yeah, I think that sums up mine. Fortnite was really the main one that I thought of when I made my list, that this is going to be at least an honorable mention because
oh my god,
the culture that it has made is.
I can get the Tony Hawk Ride and skateboard controller for Xbox 360 for $15. And look at this. Not only is it's in really good shape, but not only is that, he shows it's running, and then check this. He has the companion app on his T-Mobile Sidekick.
Holy
that
hell.
Shows his high scores.
Oh my god. What? Why?
Well, that's in the game.
Well, I know that, but why the hell does he still have a T-Mobile Sidekick?
No. The Sidekick is in the game.
Oh,
yeah, see, here's a TV.
Okay.
So sorry, the way I voiced that was dumb.
I was like, shit.
Yeah, no. In the game,
I
the way
forgot
that you
about
pull
that.
up your high scores is on a T-Mobile.
It was on a Sidekick,
T-Mobile.
Yeah, right.
Sidekick,
Branding and product placement.
That was cool though. I mean, like that
was a cool idea.
Pretty neat. I mean, that was a time where everyone wanted some peripheral to be like.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
Rock Band
Guitar Hero
and Guitar Hero. Yep.
Yeah.
Everything had to have a peripheral.
Oh man, that's wild.
Huh.
Oh, Tony Hawk's Project 8. That's right. Big Air.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. That's crazy. Cool. All right. Well, shoot. Cool. Hey, guys. If you like this podcast, leave us a review on iTunes. Helps us get noticed. Also, hit the subscribe button, whatever app you're using. We're on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify. As soon as you hit that subscribe, or sometimes it's called the follow button, depending on the platform that you're using. Yeah, which one will it be? You'll get a notification every time a new episode goes up. Also, follow us on YouTube. YouTube username is Diggity. Diggity.
I will say, if you search for us on YouTube, it is easier if you just search Diggity Gaming. It will come up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because
if you search Diggity, you get No Diggity and all of that.
Which one day you won't.
One day you won't.
One day you won't.
Currently,
One day we will surpass Justin Timberlake and who is that? Who is that man that's in that?
You're gonna make me look this up.
All right, you look it up. Guys, also this takes time, effort, and money to create this each and every single week.
Blackstreet and Dr. Dre.
Blackstreet.
Blackstreet, featuring Dr. Dre and Queen Pen.
Wow, I am way the fuck off.
I didn't think it was Justin Timberlake. But...
Oops.
Whoops.
Anyways, yeah, it takes time and money and effort to make this each week. If you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/Diggity Podcast. We'd be grateful for that. Also, on top of that, go head on over to our YouTube channel and check out the new videos that we have up there. Some new Let's Plays. Also, new stuff on E3. Our recaps of all the E3 stuff if you're not sick and tired of E3 already yet. And until next time, guys, we will see you for the Wednesday show. See ya.